Hello guys, what is up? It is I, DPX here. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. DPX talks for about an hour, and it is the 17th of the spooky month. I really want to talk very loudly into the microphone because well, you would have clicked off. I'm by myself today. Felt like it's been a while since I've been by myself on the podcast, but I'll be sure to get someone else on next month. There were just a couple of topics here I wanted to talk about by myself. Really, just one, and we'll get into that later. But let's just get right into this. We'll start off with some smaller topics. Which we don't have too much of. There's this one thing that kind of annoyed me recently. Dune is coming out, and excuse me, sorry if you hear that sound a lot, but Dune is coming out, and I'm really excited for Dune. It's probably of the remainder of the year. It's probably my most anticipated movie of the year. I mean, there's not a whole lot left that's coming out. It's either that or I forgot Spiderman. Either that or Spiderman. Sorry, but Dune is coming out, and they already did the whole day and date release thing on HBO Max, which was a huge mistake. A lot of movies, the box office has suffered because of that. God damn. But it seems that Dune is like kind of getting fucked over a little more here. Because with this, it's releasing a day early on HBO Max. Why? I really don't get why. Because, do you guys, Warner Brothers, they have to know that, they fucked up hard with this day and date thing on HBO Max. And so now you're trying to, sabotage the movie even more? I don't get this. And obviously the box office worldwide is probably going to be different. It probably helps that Warner Brothers had already released the movie in other countries, and I've heard some good things about it, but I don't get this mentality of releasing it a day early on HBO Max. You could see movies Thursday night. And you can probably see this movie Thursday night. But the earliest you can see this movie won't be Thursday night. It will be Thursday morning. And that's just I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyways, that's what do you guys think about HBO Max Dune launching on HBO Max for a day early? The next brief topic is they're making a System Shock live action series. Not much is known on this, but making a System Shock live action series. Does anyone know what happened to the remake? Did that ever come out? Wait, I'm actually gonna look this up, cause I could have sworn on the MeCast station earlier this year, which is a news series on the MeCast. I think I reported more information coming about it soon, but I don't think System Shock remake release date. Nothing, right? It's not coming out this year. It says 2020. There's no way it's coming out this year. This game. When was this game announced? So they announced a live action series, which is cool. That's interesting. System Shock is an interesting game, but what the fuck is going on with the remake? What do you guys think about this? Anyways, moving on again. This one's rather brief, which is why I'm talking about or this one's rather old, which is why I'm talking about it briefly. Because if it wasn't old and you guys probably haven't heard about it already, this would definitely be a bigger topic, because this is big. So, apparently it seems that Marvel could lose the rights to Spider-Man, the Avengers, and more. That's crazy. Again, this has been out for quite a bit. A lot of people were talking about this for about a month now. It was definitely after the last episode of the podcast, so I wasn't able to talk about it then. But like that's quite crazy. Again, I don't think it'll happen. I don't think Marvel will lose the rights to Spider-Man or Iron Man. Because Marvel, they're owned by Disney. Disney's a fucking powerhouse, bro. But, like, stuff like this has happened before. And, you know, the comic book companies have lost the rights to some characters. I think Miracle Man was an example of a character that was, like, from Marvel. But then he's not a Marvel character anymore. The rights to him are all over the place. So, I don't know, man. It could happen. There's definitely a chance that like we could lose, or Marvel can lose the rights to Spider-Man, and that's scary. I don't think it's happening, but it's scary. What are your thoughts on that? Anyways, moving on to the next brief topic. This one's brief. I don't know why this is a headline. I mean, I do know why it's a headline, but like, John Kent, Superman's son, is bisexual. Cool. I mean, it's one of the hotter things to talk about right now. It kind of blew up, so it would have been. So in that sense, that's why I'm talking about it. But like, I don't get why this is a headline. Like, he's bisexual. That's cool. Like, one of these days, you know, it'll be normal for fictional characters to be bisexual or gay or whatever. And, you know, I don't get why this is a headline. Like, it's cool. He's bisexual. I don't know what else to say, really. So we're going to move on here. And last but not least, the last brief thing to talk about is Kotaku's Metroid Dread fucking thing, article. This is probably the brief topic I'm probably going to spend the most time on. The other ones I spent like a second on. But this one, so basically what happened here was Metroid Dread came out. And by the way, that game's fucking awesome. Buy that game. If you're new to Metroid, I do suggest. How do I say this? If you're new to Metroid, do understand that the game's pretty difficult. You know, the game doesn't hold your hand or anything, but that game's so awesome. I think everyone with a Switch should buy this game. And support the Metroid series going forward, you know? And that's the thing. Metroid doesn't sell very well normally. I've been saying this a lot whenever I'm telling people to buy Metroid Dread. But, like, I'm serious. Metroid is a franchise that doesn't usually sell very well. The best-selling Metroid game is Metroid Prime on the GameCube. The second best? The very first Metroid on the NES. So, yeah, that being said, this game needs to sell well, and it seems to be selling very well, you know, but this game is a game that needs to sell well. So naturally, Kotaku, who, you know, they report some interesting news. Sometimes they'll have weird opinions like, this game is too difficult, or this game is way too easy, and it's like, have you played the game? Did we play the same game? Like, I remember they made an article once about how Devil May Cry 5 was way too easy, and it wasn't the hardest thing ever, but it wasn't as easy as they were I mean, it was a perfectly... I'm getting sidetracked here. But, so they wrote an article talking about how well Metroid Dread runs on Switch emulators. And while they didn't outright say to pirate the game, all that doing... if you write an article about how well Metroid Dread runs on a computer pirated, all that's going to do is get people to pirate it. And you're doing this with Metroid Dread of all games, you know. A game that is like a game that needs to sell well. This game needs to this needs to like show Nintendo, hey, we want to see Metroid. All right? So guys, if you're watching, don't pirate Metroid Dread. Buy the game. It's $60. That's another thing. I never understood the debate over whether or not Metroid Dread is $60. Like, maybe now that it's out, the debate is a little better, or is at least, like, a little more warranted now that you can actually give an opinion. But, like, when the game was announced, people were saying it's not worth $60. It is worth $60. Or at least, like, if you don't know that, the game wasn't out. You're just saying it ain't worth $60 because it's 2D. But who gives a shit? What justifies a game's price is its content and its length. One of the two, if not both. And while the game in length isn't that long, on paper it doesn't sound like, you know, a $60 game. I think it's justified or balanced out by its difficulty. The difficulty doesn't seem there to make the game seem longer, but it makes the game seem worth it, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, anyways, it's worth it. It's worth buying. Don't pirate it. This game needs to sell well. Don't pirate it. Okay. That'll be it for all the smaller topics. Moving on now to the bigger topics. There's one thing I really want to talk about, and it's something everyone's talking about, and that's it's a show that I watched because everyone's talking about it. I'm like, dude, I need to watch this show. Hey, I got a podcast episode to do soon. Maybe I'll just talk about it on there. I don't really, I don't want to review. I want to make a review for it. Just because, like, I don't know, it's, like, I'm already doing this episode of the podcast. Every now and then I like to talk about movies, shows, games on the podcast. So why not just make this a segment on here? So I'm doing that. Squid Game. I know I was delaying me saying the name, but you guys knew it. If not by the thumbnail and title, if I didn't say that in the title and thumbnail, and I just said, like, new show I'm talking about, you should have guessed Squid Game, alright? So, Squid Game came out, and I remember hearing about it. Like, I remember people talking about it. Hey, there's this new show, Squid Game. Like, 2 or 3 people talking about it. And then it seemed that everyone else was like, hey, yo, what's this new show, Squid Game? What? Squid Game? Squid Game? That was all you're able to hear for, like, a week or two. And to be honest, that's still all you can hear. Because, like, I don't think the hype for Squid Game's died down at all. Like, I actually, like, at the time of recording, I just finished watching Squid Game. And holy shit. Alright? So this segment's sort of going to be a bit of a review. I'm also going to be talking about spoilers, because it's a show. And as per usual for my reviews, I like to talk about spoilers for shows. I will have chapter cards. I don't usually do chapter cards in my podcasts, but I will have a chapter card in the YouTube version. I don't think this audio version could have chapter cards, but in the description I will put the time I stopped talking about spoilers. So, or the time I talk about the next topic. So, Squid Game is basically like, how do you say it? I've heard many comparisons to like the Hunger Games, and yeah, or Battle Royale. It's another one. Yeah, it's very much like those, but like cranked up to 1,000. You know, basically, there's this like organization or some shit that takes people that are down on their luck, you know, fucking they're poor, they can't provide for their families, they're just in shitty situations, and you know, by joining they have the chance to win a fuckload of money, a shitload of money. And by doing that, they play different games, kids games like red light, green light. There's a catch though. If you lose, you get eliminated. Okay, but when they say eliminated, they mean literally, they kill you. So yeah, I didn't expect that. I really didn't expect that when I watched it. So in that first episode with when they were playing red light, green light, I was when the dude moved on red light and he got shot. I'm like, what the fuck? What? That's what we're doing now. Okay. So yeah, and I will say a lot of these characters, I got really invested in the main character, especially since, you know, he's the main character. I don't remember all their names because they're like Korean names, and Sung Gi-hun is the main character, and you're behind him the most just because you knew him. He was the main character. Most of the show is told from his perspective, and he was a good enough character to follow. And then there are other characters like the friend Cho Sang-woo, who was interesting because he's like a childhood friend of Gi-hun, but you know, he resorts to some dirty tactics. You see in the middle of the show, he's kind of like turning evil, but like he sort of becomes, as the show goes on, he sort of becomes the antagonist, and it's not through like any like deep motivation or anything. It's just he just wants to win the game, you know. Every villain is the hero of their own story, and like literally like he's technically not even really doing anything wrong. Like the most villainous things he's done, it was kill Ali, which that was fucking, that was heart-wrenching when Ali died. Even though side rant, even though, guys, if you upload videos about like a character's death in a show or a movie or whatever, and you put this character dies in the title or thumbnail, fuck you. I got spoiled about Ali's death before I even started watching the show. I want to know what it's like to like not even know at all that Ali was gonna die and then see him die, because he was a likable guy. I got sidetracked there. Right. What was his name again? Cho Sang-woo. I like that he was, you know, he was an antagonist, but that's just because the game kind of called for him to be an antagonist, and that was very interesting, I felt. So yeah, like so when he killed Ali, like, yeah, it was shitty of him to do, you know. He kind of manipulated Ali to his own benefit, but at the same time it's like he technically didn't really do anything wrong, because like if he didn't do that, he would have died. So it's a little selfish, but like, he doesn't want to die. And I get that. So that's cool. And their fight to the death, Cho Sang-woo and Gi-hun, yeah, that was hard to watch, bro. That was good. Even though we don't get to see much of them being childhood friends, the fact that we know that they're childhood friends, and like, you know, Gi-hun visits Cho Sang-woo's mom every now and then, and his mom has been asking about him. Like, that just adds an extra layer, bro. And to see like Gi-hun come back after winning the Squid Game. Well, that's not really what winning all the money, to see his mom, just to see that she is dead. Just to show that that's how long he's been gone for. It's like, oh man. And then at the end of the show, there's a time skip, a 1-year time skip. And this is probably my least favorite part of the show. Don't get me wrong, this show is great, otherwise. But this part is, I don't like it. There's a twist at the end, but like before that, you know, we see Gi-hun, and we see that he hasn't spent like any of his money at all. So he's basically been in the same position as he was before he won all the money, despite the fact that he has all this money now, because he just doesn't know what to do with it. Even though he made a promise to Kang Se-byuk, that he would like get her brother out of the orphanage. He doesn't do that until the time skip. But before that, he I gotta say this first. There's another character, Oh Il-nam, who I really liked him. Because he's just the lovable older guy who's all full of wisdom and, you know, always like, he's sort of like the Yoda or the Iroh, if you know what I mean, except he's not like the master. He's or at least, you know, but he's just the lovable older guy, you know. A lot of shows have that. So it's really heartbreaking to see him get murdered in episode 6. And episode 6 I thought was the best episode of the entire season. The absolute best episode. But then, as it turns out, in the end, he was behind the Squid Games. That's not what it was called. Why do I keep saying that? But he was behind the game all along. It was him all along doing this. And I don't know. Like, obviously, I wasn't expecting it. I don't think anybody was expecting it, and it's like one of those twists where, like, if you watch it again, you'll see, like, you know, yeah, he was laughing the whole time, or he's number one, or he's the one who decided, he was the deciding factor to choosing not to continue the games. And so it makes sense in that sense, but like it was really sad to see him die, and I feel like this sort of undoes the moment. And also it's like there's a lot of things that don't make much sense here after this. Like, why didn't Gi-hun, like, you know, actually get I forgot her name again, Se-byuk's brother out of the orphanage until a year later? How come? And then there's this bet. There's this like bet with that Ilnam makes with Gihan, that this random man out in the cold outside of the window of Gihan's Ilnam's deathbed, will someone help him before midnight? And it's obvious, right? Gihan goes out there and helps this homeless guy. And, he's not down on his luck. He finds out he's not down on his luck. He can help out other people. But no, he sort of just watches this man just freeze to death almost, and it just so happens that like a cop comes by and helps him out. He doesn't do anything. So I didn't like that. And then the very end was like he's about to board a plane to see his daughter, right? But then he goes and calls up the place where they run all the games, and like it's like basically how do I say this? It basically like he's trying to take them down. He's trying to stop them. But like I don't know, like does he just not care about his daughter? 'Cause like you don't, he couldn't have done that like after he saw his daughter. That's what he wanted to do. And then one thing I've heard a few reviews for this show, and I've heard them talk about this ending. I haven't heard anyone talk about the fact that the guy on the phone, the front man, who's of course so like the main bad guy, he knew where Gihan was. Isn't that kind of interesting? So yeah, other issues I had were the side plot with the cop, Hwang Joon-ho, didn't really go anywhere. And the other, what's her name? Han Min-yo, who is the girl that fucked the thug guy. Oh my god, I fucking hated her so much. I wanted her to die. Like the one in episode 6 where like she was the odd one out and no one would team with her. I thought she was gonna die because, well, no one can team with her. And I thought, well, shit, she's dead. Yay. But they didn't show her dying. They didn't even allude to her being dead. So I was like, fuck, she's not dead, is she? And she wasn't dead. But when she finally died, it was a cool moment, I'd say. But also I was happy to see her dead. I really did not like her. She really got on my fucking nerves, bro. But yeah, other than that, Squid Game was awesome. This show was really good. And if I were to give it a score, I would give it a review score. Honestly, 9 out of 10. I listed 3 issues. Yeah, 3 entire issues, but like it was good. It was really good. I think the good far outweigh the bad. I actually heard from a lot of people that this show is super overrated. And you know what, like, I'm kind of surprised myself that this show managed to, like, blow up in the way it did. But, like, because, like, there are other shows that I love that did not blow up nearly as much as this show did. But I think this show is really good. If this was a show that I was recommended to, but like hadn't blown up this big and watched, I would probably be like, I would probably be telling everyone about it. But like everyone I would tell about it probably already seen it by now. But yeah, Squid Game is really good. Yeah. Anyways, we talked quite a bit about that. We're gonna talk about the next thing now. Oh boy, this one I don't get this one. I don't understand. So basically, it was the Nintendo Direct happened late September, and in that they announced a Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack rather, and it's a nice play on the Nintendo 64 expansion pack, and it's adding Nintendo 64 games and Sega Genesis games. And that's really cool. Sega Genesis is sort of like a cool addition, but like there's so many ways to play all these other Genesis games, so it's not as like what's the word? I don't know. But the Nintendo 64 games, that's huge. Like they never re-release these N64 games. Like ever. Like the only two games they've kind of re-released since, at least of those that are being offered in this service, are Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time. Like that have like newer ways to play them. Oh yeah, it's Star Fox 64 because it got a remake on the 3DS. But other than that, like, yeah, no, so yeah, I'm really happy that this is happening, you know. And Genesis, I love the Sega Genesis, but, and I love that it's here, but it's like, Nintendo 64 games are probably the real seller, if you know what I mean. Here's the thing, I'm fucking shocked. Even though it's Nintendo and they like to do shit like this, I'm shocked. If you want to get the expansion pack, that's more than twice the amount of money for a Nintendo Switch Online, you know, membership. It's $50. What? I like, and the crazy thing is, this was like at the end of a Nintendo an Animal Crossing Direct, and it seemed that I didn't watch the Direct, and I haven't played Animal Crossing in a very long time. I gotta play that game again. That game's good. But it seemed that a lot of people loved that Animal Crossing Direct. It brought in many features that many people have been wanting, and it seemed like a good Direct. But all people can talk about is the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. And the reason why, you know, they lumped in together was because this not only comes with Sega Genesis and Nintendo 64, but also a Animal Crossing New Horizons DLC, which will be free with the expansion pack. And the stupid thing is, like, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure if you cancel your subscription, or if it runs out, you don't have the DLC anymore. Just buy the DLC. You know, honestly, I don't get this. I do not get this. I don't get why Nintendo really thought that, like, more than doubling the price, first of all, was a good idea. But then also not really putting much meat in there, if you know what I mean. Like, if they even added one more console, then maybe, you know, if they could have done Game Boy Advance, they could have if they got Genesis on there, they could have done Saturn, they could have done Dreamcast. The Saturn and Dreamcast, those games have, like, never been re-released. You try playing a fucking Dreamcast game that isn't like Sonic Adventure or Shenmue. Alright? They're like impossible to play. And it's like, because they haven't been re-released. You know, again, Sonic Adventure and Shenmue, those are the only Dreamcast games that have, like, ever been re-released. Like, ever. And it's, like, there needs to be there needs to be more meat on the bones here. You know, there really needs to be more meat on the bones to justify, like almost tripling the price, you know? Like, wow. I was shocked. I didn't see it coming. I really didn't expect to see Nintendo do this. And I don't get why. I don't get why they did this. 'Cause it's like I don't know. I was gonna say something. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words here. But anyways, that's my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. Fucking crazy price. What do you guys think? Now moving on. There's another thing regarding Nintendo, but it's kind of it's not really anything they did, but it's something that is I'm sorry, I'm distracted right now. I've kind of just been talking. Metroid Dread. We're talking about this game again. Mercury Steam. You know, they're the developers of this game, and Mercury Steam, they're good developers. They did a great job on this game. They did a great job on Samus Returns when they did that back then. But here's the thing. Apparently, there are a lot of people that worked on this game that did not get credited in the credits. Which I think that is that's terrible. Like, why? 'Cause you have, let's just say, I'm someone who worked on this, let's not talk about me here, let's not, stroke my ego. Let's just say you watching or listening to this, let's just say you are someone who worked on Metroid Dread, and it's this fantastic game. All games are subjective, but like unanimously a fantastic game. And you have you worked on this game, but you're not credited. So if you want to work on another game, you want to join this other company, and you got to prove that you worked on Metroid Dread. Instead of just showing them the credits, you gotta say, you gotta come up with more shit. I don't see, Mercury's, I don't get it. I don't get why Mercury Steam would not put their developers in the credits, because I think that's disgusting. I really do. Back in the day, it was common for, or I should say rare for, developers and designers to actually be credited in their games. But that's because it was how were you gonna do that on the fucking Atari? How are you gonna get your credit, be credited in the, there were no credits in an Atari game. There are a few games, I think Adventure, I think that it was, had an Easter egg that said the designer's name, but other than that, you couldn't get credited back then for your work, which sucked, but that's just how things were back in the day. But now times have changed, so this shouldn't be happening. These people who put blood, sweat, and tears into Metroid Dread, made these awesome cutscenes, really good looking cutscenes, should be credited with such work. They shouldn't be, just as if they didn't even work on it. That shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't happen. So yeah, I don't like this at all. I probably should have had this in one of the briefer topics, but yeah, what do you guys think about Metroid Dread and Mercury Steam not crediting their developers and designers? I don't like it at all. Okay, well, moving on to the next topic, is DC Fandome happened at the time of recording just yesterday. And I didn't react to it live. I probably would have, actually, but I was out busy. Had to be when I was out busy, didn't it? And I'll go over everything that was in there. So yeah. So the first thing is Black Adam, and by the way, I'm on a DC Comics blog. So I didn't actually get to watch this in order, or watch it live. So I don't know if this is in order, but I'm reading it off in order of this. So we start off with Black Adam, and we don't necessarily get a full-on trailer, but we do get some shots, some production footage, and then we get The Rock coming out because he's playing Black Adam and saying he was born to play Black Adam, and then we get a release date. Black Adam hits theaters July 29th, 2022, and I'm confident that it'll stick there unless we get another shutdown or whatever. I think I'm excited here. Because this movie has been in production for a while, so it'll be good to finally see it. Next up is Grant Gustin and The Flash. I've never really watched The Flash, and I don't really care too much, so we're gonna skip through that. And then there was Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and then I said that already. My bad. It looks good. Again, we don't really get a trailer for it. It's just more behind the scenes stuff. We got a lot of that in DC Fandome, and it was cool. It's coming out on December 16th, 2022. So it feels good that we're getting a lot of release dates. I forgot. There is the animated 3-part event, a special event, Aquaman King of Atlantis. I've never watched that, but yeah, interesting. And then next up is Milestone Media presents an all-new animated film coming soon. So yeah. Then Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Saw this trailer, and I'm kind of excited for this game. Is it supposed to be a live service game? Because I'm not sure. I think I might have heard that from somewhere, but I'm not sure if I'm hallucinating or not. Because, Rocksteady, they don't make live service games. They made the Batman Arkham games. I don't really see how, I think I don't see how this could be a live service game. This seems interesting. They don't have a release date though, but the game seems interesting. I could see each member of the Justice League being a different boss, we see in the trailer. Superman, the Flash, Green Lantern, Batman. And I don't think Batman was in it though, but the shit they were doing to the Penguin afterwards, that was funny. So yeah, I'm interested in this game, and yeah. Next up is Peacemaker. I'm really excited for this. The Suicide Squad is my favorite movie of the year, hands down, and I'm so happy we're seeing Peacemaker soon. And we got a new trailer, and it looks really cool. And we're not getting it. We don't have to wait too long to get it. We're getting it on January 13th, so that's pretty cool. Superman and Beyond. What the fuck is this? Oh, okay. I don't think it's anything important. Oh, DC's League of Super Pets. Oh, I forgot about this. So yeah, Crypto the DC's League of Super Pets. The Adventures of Crypto and Ace. I don't know why they're making this. It doesn't even look. I'm probably gonna see it just because it looks interesting. We got The Rock again. The Rock's in another DC movie. He's playing Crypto the Superdog, and Kevin Hart is Ace. Of course, wherever The Rock goes, Kevin Hart's got to follow him. It looks interesting. Coming out May 20th, I believe. So yeah, that's right by my birthday. Great. And then we get Doom Patrol. We get to see a trailer, a mid-season trailer for the next 4 episodes, and I'm loving the show so far. I didn't talk about that. Doom Patrol Season 3 is fucking awesome. If you guys haven't seen Doom Patrol, what the fuck you doing? Watch that show. Come on. And I'm excited for the next 4 episodes. So yeah, then we get a look at The Flash. Again, some more behind the scenes stuff. I found it weird how at the very beginning they showed Ezra Miller, and he seemed very confused. He's like, yeah, well, I would show you a trailer, but I kinda forgot. Right, we didn't finish shooting the. It's like that's what he was talking like. Did you guys think I was stuttering? No, I was imitating him. But it looks interesting. No release date though. And then we get The Sandman, which is interesting. I'm gonna read what they wrote here. We've been dreaming of a Sandman TV series for quite some time, and thanks to Warner Bros. Television and Netflix, it's actually happening. We look forward to learning more about this widely anticipated new DC TV show over the months ahead. But for now, we were treated to our first look at Game of Thrones' Gwendolyn Christie as Lucifer Morningstar. So this is a DC show coming to Netflix. So yeah, Injustice, the movie, which shit, that comes out in 2 days. I didn't know that. It comes out in 2 days. Oh shit. Okay, interesting. I actually didn't see the clip that they showed here, but Blue Beetle. We get some more stuff on Blue Beetle, and we get confirmation that Sholo, I don't know his last name. I don't know how to say his last name, but Sholo is going to be Blue Beetle. He played Miguel in Cobra Kai, and I fucking love Cobra Kai, guys. That's another show that you have to watch if you haven't already. And yeah, I think it's good to see people from that show end up on here. And then DC's Monkey Prince. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, I didn't actually watch the thing. I saw all the different trailers. Okay. So it's a comic. I thought they were doing a movie. Gotham Knights. This game looks really good. We get Gotham Knights official Court of Owls trailer, and yeah, I'm excited for this game. This game looks very interesting. The swapping between characters is cool too. I would have liked it if we had a release date. You know, we get another behind the scenes trailer. We get a Batwoman season 3 trailer. We get Catwoman Hunted, an animated movie. DC's Legends of Tomorrow. Don't care too much really. Batman Unburied. interesting. And we get a casting announcement. Interesting. Batgirl. We get some news about Batgirl. Titans, which, look, if you like this show, good for you. I don't see the appeal. It's just it seems like a dark and gritty, needlessly dark and gritty version of Teen Titans, and I don't get it. Harley Quinn, pretty cool. Batman Caped Crusader, which I had talked about on this podcast not too long ago. But yeah, they Matt Reeves, J.J. Abrams, Bruce Timm, and James Tucker shared first insights into Batman Caped Crusader, the upcoming all-new animated series and reimagining of the Batman mythology. This iteration is born out of a noir sensibility, is set in a this is worded very weirdly, is set in a timeless world that harkens to the 1940s. Okay, so I'm very interested in this show, and yeah, you get something about DC Direct and McFarlane Toys, and then Young Justice Phantoms. I gotta watch Young Justice. I never did. DMZ, Naomi. I don't know what the fuck Naomi is supposed to be. Shazam, Fear of the Gods. I forgot about that one. So yeah, we get another behind the scenes look at Shazam, Fury of the Gods. And I'm excited for this. I really liked the first Shazam. And yeah, I'm excited here. I've noticed that we get a lot of behind the scenes stuff for this is like the fourth movie we see like behind the scenes stuff for, like it doesn't really I don't think it gives a release date, does it? Oh no, it does. Oh, what the fuck? June 2nd, 2023? That's weird. Okay. Are they like just starting production now or what? Something like that's interesting. Now we got Pennyworth, which seems to be a Alfred Pennyworth show on HBO Max, which is interesting. And then we get a trailer for the Batman. And that's what ends it. Holy shit, this movie looks so good. I'm excited. It seems to be darker and interesting. March 4th, 2022. Sign me up. I'm excited for the Batman. So that was DC Fandome. I took quite a while talking about that. What do you guys think? Anyways, moving on to our Discord topic. Now, basically what this is I do a poll in the Discord server, link in the description below. There's a channel called Podcast Topics where I put out a poll and with 3 different topics. And whichever poll gets the most votes is what I'll talk about. So, our 3 topics today were where does Smash go from here, possible sleeper hit games of 2021, or should all games have an easy mode? And the winner of the poll was where does Smash go from here? Now, I was going to make this one of the bigger topics, but I don't know, I kind of wanted to sort of shorten this one a bit. So, Smash got its recent final character announced, and it is Sora. And as someone, real quickly, I denied that it was going to be Sora for years, for fucking ever. I denied it. I didn't think it was going to be, I didn't think it was going to happen. I really thought Disney was really just going to be like, you want Sora? Okay, it's going to be this much money, and that much money was going to be just too much of an asking price for Nintendo. I really thought that would have been the main downfall. Like, I didn't think Nintendo would have been opposed to the idea of having Sora in Smash. And I didn't really think Disney would have been opposed to having Sora in Smash. They just would have asked for a little too much. And regardless of whether or not they did ask for too much, it didn't stop Nintendo from putting Sora in the game. Sora's in the game. And I'm happy to be wrong. Sora is, the more I think about it, he is the perfect character to end on. Because he was so many characters' dream pick. And you just look at the Sora reactions. I'm sure if you do Sora Smash crying reaction or whatever compilation, you'll probably find a compilation of just people crying, because like it's like he was so many people's dream picks, and it's like, yeah. So the main question is, where does Smash go from here? Because, well, first of all, if you're like complaining that your character didn't end up in Smash, now's not the time for that. Alright? Like, because the game's done. Alright? Accept the fact that Crash or Master Chief or Geno are not going to be in the game. They're not. Alright? Now, where does the Smash series go from here? Because, like, as in, like, for a next game, I don't know. I don't know what happens after this, because I feel like, I feel like, obviously a soft reboot, like, it would almost be refreshing to go from, like, almost 90 characters to, 20 or 30, But at the same time, this is too good to lose, It's too good to lose. And it's like, this game wouldn't be, if you do a soft reboot and remove characters and like replace them, Ultimate would kind of lose some of its charm. Wanna know why? Because everyone is here. And if you make another Smash game and remove characters from Ultimate, and you add in other characters, it's no longer everyone is here. And I get that. But what I'm saying is, what we have right now is too good to lose. So, I propose 3 options here. One of them goes against what I just said, and reboot the series anyways. In many ways, I think it is much needed and would be refreshing. The second option is what I think they should do. Make Super Smash Bros. Ultimate 2 on the Switch 2 or whatever the next Switch console would be. And basically, like, how Smash Ultimate was very similar to Smash 4 in terms of, like, like, they kind of built a lot off of Smash 4 to get Ultimate. I think they should do that with Smash Ultimate to Smash Ultimate 2. Bring back every character, and then, maybe change up some of their movesets, and then, also maybe change some stuff, add in some new modes, maybe remove some modes that don't need to be there. Maybe you can remove some assist trophies to make them playable, stuff like that. Yeah, that would be cool. That's the best thing I think they can do. The third option, which I see being very unlikely and is my least favorite option, is to just end the series, which they're not going to do. It's a guaranteed system seller, but I don't, like, how are they gonna, like, are you gonna, Smash needs a break, cause, the Smash speculation, it's been a nice ride. The Smash speculation basically hasn't stopped since Smash 4. Smash 4 was originally announced back at E3, 2011, where it was announced that Smash was coming to the Wii U and 3DS. And then the rest of 2011 went by, 2012 went by, most of 2013 went by, no new announcement, and a bunch of speculation. And then they showed Smash 4 for the first time. So speculation went on and on and on and on and on until the game came out in 2014. But then still got DLC through to 2016, very beginning of 2016, in which there's only 2017, and then in 2018 we got Smash Ultimate announced, and now in 2021 do we have our final Smash characters. So aside from the year 2017, Smash speculation has not ended. It's been going on since 2011. Holy shit. It's been going on for almost 10 years. Holy fuck. That's insane. I didn't realize that. But yeah. I think Smash needs a break. It wouldn't even shock me if they didn't do a new Smash game on the next Switch. Like, maybe remaster, or even like maybe like port Smash Ultimate. Maybe not even add in any new characters, just port the game. I wouldn't be surprised if they just do that. Honestly, because I think, like, give Smash a break. People say we shouldn't see a new Smash game for at least 10 years. 10 years from now, this new Switch will definitely be out. And to be honest, like, we're approaching the Switch's 5th year. Alright? I don't think the Switch 2 is going to come out anytime soon. Or at least for another, like, 3 or 4 years. Maybe 2. I was going to say 2 or 3, but I'll push it a little bit. 3 or 4. And by then, who knows, maybe in 10 years, maybe the second Switch will be on its way out by then. I don't know. So I don't know where Smash goes from here, to answer your question. This is like one of few podcast topics I've, thrown out there that I just straight up don't know the answer to. I don't know. Again, I didn't know where Smash was going to go after Smash 4. And then the answer was everything. But now that you've done everything, where does it go? I've came out of this topic just as unsure as I was going in. What do you guys think? Where do you guys think Smash goes from here? Let me know. Anyways, one final topic, and it is this. So, Grand Theft Auto. There's GTA 5 that, honestly, you guys need to stop buying so we can get GTA 6 already. Rockstar, they like working on one game at once, one game at a time, baby. They like taking their sweet old time. They came out with GTA 5, and then since then, the only game they've actually released that isn't a port or remake or remaster, the only new game they've released since then was Red Dead Redemption 2. Right? The first wait a minute. I need to fact check this. Okay, yeah, I was so far right, because, like, I was thinking maybe the first Red Dead Redemption came out after GTA 5, but that's not... No, the first Red Dead Redemption came out in 2010. So, anyways, yeah, they like to focus on one game at a time, which, it's like, really, because, I don't know. But, recently, we got an official announcement that GTA Trilogy, the definitive edition, and that's the actual name of the game. It's kind of stupid, actually, but GTA, the Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the definitive edition, that's the name of it, which is even dumber than what I just said, is coming out. It was leaked a while ago, and then it was a part of that NVIDIA leak. And it's very exciting to see that GTA 3, GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas, the 3 best GTA games, in my humble opinion, those in 5, of course, are being remastered for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, PC, and Switch. We get to see GTA on Switch. That's quite interesting. Here's the problem. There are two big issues here that I just don't understand. There's a price leak. This is apparently supposed to be full price. GTA Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, is supposed to be $60 on PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. On PS5, $70. That's nuts. That's fucking stupid, I feel. And if that's not bad enough, they've delisted GTA 3. They've delisted GTA Vice City. They delisted GTA San Andreas off of digital stores, off of the PS4 store, off the Xbox store, off Steam, you know? And I don't get why. You know, I just don't get it. Why would you do that? And, I hope these games are different enough. I'm gonna buy them, cause I haven't played these 3 games in a while. I actually have GTA 3 on my original Xbox. I don't have many games for the original Xbox, but I do have GTA 3. I haven't played it in a very long time, and my original Xbox has been set to like black and white, and I never understood how to fix it, so I just stopped using it altogether. Pretty funny, but I can use my 360, whatever. But no, anyways, it's like I don't get why they would do this, and so yeah. But anyways, what do you guys think? I'm excited. I hope these remasters are different enough, they're good enough to justify this price tag. And do understand, I remember, like, back when, I remember last year when it was announced that PS5 games were going to be $70, but many games were leaked to be $75. I remember Spiderman Miles Morales was leaked to be $75, and not only is that more than the full price of a PS5 game, that's also, like, that's also more than... Like, Miles Morales wasn't even a full-price game. Miles Morales wasn't even $60. It was $50. So, who knows? Maybe this is just a price leak that's like a placeholder price. Like, how the $75 Miles Morales was. I don't know. I hope it is. I kind of doubt it, though. I feel like Rockstar would try to pull this shit. So... yeah. Anyways, that was this episode of DPX Talks for about an hour. I hope you enjoyed. Of course, if you're on YouTube, be sure to go down below and hit the subscribe button. If you're on SoundCloud, listening to this, listen to audio only, go to YouTube and or go down and follow me. I think just doing that helps me out. But if you're on SoundCloud, go to my YouTube. If you're on YouTube, go to my SoundCloud. I usually say that. I don't know why I mixed it up this time, but I did. Anyways, yeah, that'll do it. We'll be back. I'll be back in about a month with hopefully another guest. Bye, guys.